What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Ordinary Guys podcast.
What's up?
My name is Chris.
I'm Dion.
Back for another one.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Get right into it?
Nah.
No? All right.
Yogurt. I don't get into yogurt. Just you dive in. That's not what I do.
Oh, God. Okay, we're going to skate right into it then.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we might
Okay,
as well.
topic of the day. You know, it's been all over the news, of course.
Spoonful of yogurt.
Yogurt slingers? All right. How about...
All right, no.
Okay.
All seriousness.
Okay, all seriously, because this is very, very serious, and it's like becoming an epidemic in this fucking country. Excuse my language. In this country. And the death of Tyre Nichols. The 5 cops that were caught on camera doing this egregious act, of course. It definitely is a throwback to the Rodney King tapes. And this young man has lost his life 3 days later. Let's talk about it.
It's just like you mentioned just now. It's. I mean, I obviously grew up in the 90s.
Yep.
It was a flashback.
Yeah.
You know, and even so, the fact that we've already had previous situations like this happen in the country,
Right.
but for some reason, it just seemed like this specific one, it was more so similar to the Rodney King incident.
Right.
And I think it's just because of the fact that there was footage
Right.
that was released from start to finish.
Right.
So just seeing how the entire situation ended up, coming out before our eyes, how he ended up getting stopped, getting pulled out of the car,
Right.
him being chased from his car to the street corner, them tasing him, beating him,
Pepper
and all
spraying him.
the whole 9 yards, man. It was just, I don't know if you ended up seeing, but Rodney King's daughter, she ended up kind of making some comments on the situation, and she was even brought to tears because they ended up releasing the footage to her for her to view, and she just broke down.
So
and
similar.
Yeah.
So similar. So for Rodney King,
He made it out.
He survived. He survived.
Matter, obviously he came out with this trauma, because of the
Right.
situation and whatnot. But fact of the matter is that he was still able to come out of it alive,
Right.
in comparison
And live
to
his life. Exactly.
Tyree. But it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate that things have to go that route. And here's what the kicker is out of this whole situation that got me even more riled up, I guess. More heated out of the situation was the fact that all the officers black
man.
So, bro, it's your own kind. You're hearing
people,
this
bro.
man
Your own
scream
people.
at the top of
For
his
his
lungs
mother.
for his mom, and for you to still have the audacity
and
to
not
go,
one of them to be like, hey, calm down. Let's calm down the situation. It's like none of them. They're all on adrenaline.
Here's another factor that I just, it blew my mind. Look, man, I'm not saying that I ended up going the route to be a police officer, but I did study criminal justice, and that was the career choice that I was wanting to make when I was younger, right? So when I see things like this just happen before my eyes,
Right.
I'm just like, especially nowadays because of the whole situation with the body cams, that would have stopped me dead in my tracks. Like, hey, I'm being recorded.
There's nothing. There's no shame. Nothing.
Did you hear the fact that? Did you hear the fact that they like after the whole scene ended up happening? I guess they like all huddled together trying to
make up a story.
Yeah, make up a story to
what happened?
cover their tracks.
Cover that. Yeah.
And I was just like, you even had time to sit there and
try to come up with something.
Yeah.
Wow.
The audacity.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, man.
How could you sit there and do that? I mean, first as police officers, first and foremost.
Yeah.
Second, as another black man. You're doing this to pretty much yourself, your brother, your uncle. This is you. You're doing this to yourself. You know what I mean? And I mean, look, and well, it's a good thing that they're all in jail. They're all in jail right now. They're no longer
they
police
don't
officers.
belong to be out there.
No, they shouldn't have been police officers to begin with. There's definitely a problem, an internal problem. They're not vetting these people correctly, or just I don't know if it's just like over the years of just policing in a certain area, you just become numb to everything and everyone, and you treat everyone the same. You know what I mean? It's like everyone deserves to be treated on an individual basis when you approach them. Like it's not.
I just look. Seeing how he ended up getting out of the car, he was complying with orders.
Right.
He wasn't what's the word?
Resisting.
He wasn't resisting arrest, right?
They say that a lot.
To the point where it was like you're fighting for your life at this point because they're over here, they're beating you, they're tasing you. So I mean, in whose mind wouldn't it come across to
fight
get
back.
up and run?
Right, exactly. See, another thing, when you're pepper sprayed, your first reaction is to go to your eyes and wipe your eyes away. They're telling him not to move and stuff. Your eyes are burning.
Yeah.
So you can't just be still. That's an automatic reaction. That's a human reaction. Is to, even though that makes it worse.
Yeah.
But that's an automatic reaction. So pretty much he's blind being beaten this whole time. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, man, it's just it's disgusting and grotesque, the fact that we've already had scenarios like this play out in this country, and it seems like we have not learned from our past mistakes.
Nope.
History keeps on repeating itself.
Over and over again.
What's it
Right
going to take in order for us to go ahead and learn and move forward?
Obviously, death is not the deterrent.
And that's
murder
sad,
is not the deterrent either. It seems like, and this goes to a lot of officers and a lot of officer interactions that I've seen. Like once you make them run and make them chase you, then it becomes full on. As soon as I catch you, I'm whooping your ass. And then they all jump in. Even if an officer just got on the scene, they don't know what's going on. They automatically jump in and start wailing on you.
That's the most cowardly thing that you can do.
Yeah. The boy was handcuffed, and they were still doing it.
Yeah.
Still beating him. Kicked him in his head.
I saw the footage from I don't know if it was like across the street.
Yeah, no, it was like on a pole.
Yeah. So I was looking at it, and even from afar, man, I was
brutal, bro.
I was just like, you got to be kidding me.
It seemed like it was a movie, like it wasn't even real.
And that's the reason why I hate to say it, and I mean, at the end of the day, maybe I could have made some type of an impact in a different positive manner. But fact of the matter is, that's the type of stuff that I just rather stay away from. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's like.
But were they already like this to begin with, or is being in that situation? Here's my question. Is that making them that way?
Here's my question, and this is the one thing that ends up making me upset, right? The LA County sheriffs. Mm. How many times haven't they been under investigation with, officers working with cell inmates and
right?
And I mean, as a matter of fact, there was a case out in Bakersfield just recently, where a couple officers were actually they were working for the narcotics division, and all of a sudden they flipped. And they started being narcos themselves, and they just there were two officers that just got arrested for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Out in Bakersfield.
I didn't hear about that.
So now going to what you just said, what makes me curious in this whole ordeal is what happens to screening these individuals? Yeah. What's up with the background checks? The whole hiring process is for them to go ahead and weed these people out.
Exactly.
So where is that taking place?
Look, that was the same thing that with that one police officer that catfished that one girl online and went all the way over there and killed her grandparents and somebody else, like her, like three. I think he killed like three members of her family and kidnapped her, but she survived. But this guy had supposedly been vetted, but they said that they messed up on vetting him or something like that. But he still got in and was able to become a police officer. And it's like, how are these people getting into law enforcement if there's so many red flags?
Man, it's like I said,
It's crazy.
it's a shame that we can't learn from what the screw ups that we've already committed in the past.
Yeah. And shout out and condolences to Tyre Nichols' family and friends and all of
That's
that.
right.
So hopefully that
Our
she has strength to
heart
get through
genuinely
all
and sincerely go out to the family, because
Definitely.
it was not.
Nobody should lose their kid
No.
until like that. When you see law enforcement, you shouldn't fear for your life. Most people, including myself.
I'll be honest with you, man. I was brought to tears because of the fact that it's like I said, it was a route that I actually wanted to go into. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the whole purpose was because of the whole to protect and serve. I wanted to go ahead and give back to the community, you know?
Yeah.
And to see individuals like this go and tarnish the badge, go and harm and cause damage to the community. If that was the route that you were going to go ahead and take, then why jump in?
Exactly.
When you're going to do the complete opposite to what you're supposed to be doing.
They need to be held accountable, man.
Yeah.
And officers just there not doing anything need to be held accountable as well.
That's
Because
right.
if you're not there to stop that, then you're in compliance as well.
I just hope that the police department also takes into consideration that they're, like I said, they're responsible for this ordeal to a certain degree as well, because it's like I said, man, the whole hiring process is for you to be able to weed these people out. You know?
Yeah. And you, as a police officer, you take an oath to serve and protect. And you are not there to be judge, jury, and executioner whenever you see fit.
That's right.
That's not what that badge means.
Ah, man. All right.
Anyway, all right.
Let's move on to the next
one. Go on to the next one. Wow, yeah. Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye from Marvel. You heard about his accident, correct?
Yeah, I do. I mean, you and I ended up seeing the video that he ended up releasing.
There was actually some new information that I heard a few days ago, where I think from his nephew. He was actually his nephew's car was stuck in the driveway, so he went to go and tow his nephew's car, and as he's towing it out, he got out of his plow and it was still moving. For some reason, they don't know why it was still moving, but it was still moving. So he went to go jump in it, and when he jumped in it, it has like tracks, like a tank.
Okay.
So when he went to go jump on it, you have to jump onto the track to jump into the cab. So once he did that, his foot slipped, and it dragged him under it, and it rolled over him. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. It rolled over him. So they had to, like I said, they had to like reconstruct like part of his chest.
Jesus.
And his leg was like almost torn to shreds. So what I would think, I mean, I pray for a speedy recovery. He's alive. Thank God he's alive, and he's able to tweet and all this stuff. But I don't see him coming back to Marvel anytime soon.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a lengthy recovery.
Bad injuries, bro.
Yeah. Now, as far as him being in the film,
his role,
I really think that he's still gonna reclaim his title. You know, I think he's still gonna play the part.
Right.
Maybe it's gonna take some time. They're probably gonna push back the filming, but
I had an idea, actually.
Well, so did I. Where are you gonna go with it?
We probably have the same idea.
Probably.
I'm thinking that while he's in recovery, I mean, he is only human on the team now that Black Widow is gone, Natasha's gone. Spoiler: you should have seen the movie by now. You should have seen the movie by now. So I mean, they could actually like put his accident into the movie. You know what I mean? Just him, just because he's on a farm, he has his family on the farm or whatever.
Yeah,
you know
right.
I mean?
Like part of an event.
Exactly. So it could have been like something that happened while he was out, just being a regular person. And now they come to visit him in the hospital, make sure he's okay, or visit him at home if he's recovering at home. They could actually do that, and he could still, he could still reprise his role.
Yeah.
And then people will know, okay, well, this is why he's not in the events happening now. You know what
I mean?
Just,
there's several ways I'm sure that the creatives could go ahead and write up a script in order for the movie to still follow along. Right. You know what I mean?
Right. I just don't want him to miss out just being in the movies,
that would be a shame, only because he's done such a great job in that role. Yeah, man. I like I said, I think they're still gonna do their due diligence to try and write a script somehow to still make him part of the movie. Yeah,
that'll be great.
So,
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
What else we got?
Okay, we also got apparently there are 7,600 fake nursing diplomas floating around. I guess in states I heard were like Florida and
Florida would be one of
them.
Right.
I forgot the other ones, but the main one was Florida. And
I'm surprised it's not happening here in California.
I was waiting for them to say California, but it didn't come up. I think, but they're still doing investigations, so I think there's probably going to be some that are popping up here as well.
Probably.
But what do you think about all these fake nursing diplomas going around? All these people are in hospitals helping people. Do you think it's a bad thing? Or
when you brought it up, I was, obviously I'm shocked.
Right.
But really thinking about it, I mean, the only thing that I could really say is that everyone's trying to make a buck.
Yeah.
So I understand,
But do you think that whoever is giving them all these fake diplomas, well, the people that are getting them know that they're fake. That's why they're paying for them. I think they're doing that so they don't have to go through, like, I guess, the nursing course. They just get the diploma and then they're able to go and take the nursing exam, I guess, and then if they pass, then they get placed. But
so what I was trying to get at is that I understand it, and especially because I graduated college back in 2012, and here I am back at it again. I understand that, especially now with the whole COVID situation, the job market is extremely competitive. So I get it that everyone's trying to jump ahead in whichever way possible that they can in order for them to make that money, you know what I mean?
Right.
But at the same time, it's, come on, are you really gonna find joy, and are you gonna find it an honest living, I guess you can say, knowing that you ended up lying your way through?
Right. And what happens when something happens to like a patient? You know what I mean? It's like, you're not completely trained. You're not
exactly.
That's it trucks up to
and
malpractice.
That's if you really think about it, that's extremely scary for you to be putting your hands
on a patient
that
trusting you.
No, I'm talking about it in the patient's point of view. It's scary. Let's say, for instance, if I were to go into whatever, a clinic or a hospital, and then for me not to know that if I'm putting my body in reliable hands,
right? This person is not certified to be
that's scary, man. And imagine if it's something so severe that needs to be properly taken care of or cared for, and here is this person that's just blatantly half-assing it.
Yeah, this is pretty much a person off the street, basically no training.
Yeah.
But then, on the other hand, what if this person is able to, do what they're supposed to do, or be probably the best nurse that you can have, but they just lack the funds or whatever. It's just to get this test. You know what I mean? It's like, I see where it's definitely bad, because that's a lot of lawsuits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of malpractice, and that's people's health, and it could be a situation of life and death. And you can't just gloss over that with, well, I didn't have the money to take a class. You know what I mean? So you're just gonna, but you had the money to get a fake diploma. It's like, come on. I don't know, bro.
Our economy is just taking such
but this is why, exactly.
Bro.
But this is why people are desperate.
That's what I was gonna get at.
People are desperate, bro.
That our economy has taken such a nosedive. I mean, you would think that they would come up with programs, for instance, like in the nursing department,
right,
for them to be like, okay, you know what, we're gonna make it more affordable for these
right,
people to be able to come in, get trained,
because there's a shortage of nurses.
Yeah, I mean, just because of this whole COVID pandemic, right?
Yeah.
So
a lot of them quit.
Yeah. Oh, so that's where I was gonna get at. I actually have a relative of mine that's working out in over in LA.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say where, but so she's working as a nurse out there, and there were times where she'd be working 6 to 7 days a week, more than past 12 hours,
right,
and she'd be coming home like, there's nothing I can do, because at this point it's like I either keep going to work in order for me to keep my job,
right,
or I say, you know what, no, I can't cut it, and I'm going to take this day off. And then all of a sudden they're going to call her and be like, oh, well, you know, because you didn't want to come over to work. Yeah. Well, you no longer have a job.
Exactly. After doing all that.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
damn if you do, damn if you don't.
If you're in a predicament or in a situation that you know that you're having a shortage of staff, make it easier for not just yourself, but for these individuals to be able to come in and help the cause.
Because then you're going to get a lot of what's going on now. Getting all these fake diplomas, trying to get in there to make the money.
Yep.
You know, because people need to feed their families, man. And it's not getting easier. It's just getting harder and harder.
That's right.
So, God bless all the nurses and nurse practitioners and doctors and dentists. All, you know, it's a hard job to have, man. It's a hard job.
It's extremely difficult, and I can't say it enough, dude. It's extremely stressful. I mean, I used to work in that environment, so I kind of know what it's like. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're holding people's lives in your hand on a daily basis.
But I mean, now going back to the whole, let's be honest, scenario. It's like, are you really gonna be feeling comfortable with yourself knowing that you're being responsible for this life,
right,
without having the proper training? Yeah. I honestly, if
that
I were
that would have to eat them, man.
That's what I was gonna get at. If I were put in that scenario, bro, I'm sorry, but just me personally, I wouldn't be comfortable with myself, knowing that someone else is having my care and I'm not even properly trained. You know? So
all right, well, let's get on to the next one. These mass shootings in California. I know of 3 that have happened.
I only know of 2. There was one in Northern California, right?
There was a one in Monterey.
Monterey.
And then there's the Half Moon.
Yeah, Half Moon's the other one.
I don't know about the other one, but I heard that there was another one. I wasn't exactly sure. It was 3 mass shootings over 3 days. At least 3 days. Fourth California mass shooting
this month.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow, in Los Angeles neighborhood. Wow.
Saturday morning, 4th mass shooting in the state this
19
month.
19 people in 3 separate shootings in last week. Wow, bro. Well, anyway, like, this is what I don't understand. Okay. There's, like I was talking to you earlier, there are certain stigmas. Like when you hear certain phrases, you think of a certain demographic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was. I have to admit, I really didn't think about it until you brought it up. Yeah. Because you're right. Let's go ahead and repeat what you said.
I'll repeat what I said. When you hear the phrases gang violence or gang shootings, you automatically go to what demographic?
I told you I would first think of either a black or a Hispanic person.
Exactly. And when you hear the phrase mass shooting or serial killer,
white person.
Exactly. but these.
Not that I'm
No,
being racist.
no, we're not being racist.
These are actually
this is
statistics
what,
that we
exactly,
pulled up. So
exactly.
Anyway, go on.
So I was just saying that when I first heard about the mass shooting in Monterey, I automatically went to, okay, this is probably a white guy. You know, I'm not being racist. I'm just like, that's what it usually is. Just like when there's gang violence, it's usually a black or Latino. That's just how you associate it.
Yeah.
And all these big wigs and all these just politicians and talking heads, everyone came out with, okay, everybody started hearing "Stop Asian Hate" and this and that. You know what I mean? Like the Pacific Islanders and all this. And I'm like, okay,
yeah.
Like it just came out of nowhere. I'm like, okay. And then they found out that the shooter was an Asian man.
Not to mention
and then you didn't hear
Asian
anything. Man. Like it just totally stopped. Mm-hmm. It's like, so we can't just jump on that bandwagon like, okay, it's a mass shooting, so it automatically has to be a white guy, or gang violence automatically has to be a black or Latino. I mean, that's where we're being force fed, especially on the news and the media. So we got to wait till all the information comes out first before we make assumptions or before we make predictions or whatever, and let the evidence play out. Because, like I said, as soon as I heard mass shooting, I thought what I thought. And then when I heard it was an older, like you said, this man was like 72 years old.
Yeah.
And he's mass shooting. That
was the wild part too. I really was not. I thought, like, because we've already dealt with this before, right?
Right.
As soon as I heard that this was going on or that it had happened already or whatever, I initially thought it was either someone around our age or someone younger.
Exactly.
When I heard that it was someone in there, I was, you've got to be kidding me.
What happened?
Yeah.
And then the half moon. It's like, this is another Asian man. He's like in his 60s, like 67. It's like, what's going on? He said he was bullied and he had to work long hours and he wasn't getting any respect and blah, blah, blah. But he didn't take his own life.
How does that justify it?
It doesn't, you know bro. I mean? It doesn't. But some people, it's like, there's another question I was going to ask. Like, what is it that's getting these people to these points where this is the only way they see out? I have to go kill a bunch of people. It's like, how does that even click in your head? Like, okay, I'm feeling bad about myself, blah blah blah. This is, and I gotta go kill everybody.
I can't put myself in that scenario, bro. Only because it's just not in me.
Exactly, not in me either. Mean? But maybe it wasn't in them either. All right, so
no, that's yeah. That was my point of view on that.
So you ready?
Yeah.
So we're gonna end this on a lighter note, since we've been talking about a lot of really, terrible things that's been going on in the world. I thought it'd be
all the current events that are going on anyway,
and everything seems to be terrible. Like, there's never any good news.
That kind of anyway. Let's keep it going.
Well, let me tell you some.
Let me tell you something.
A little something. There's some funny
yogurt.
You know what?
There's some funny yogurt.
You are a yogurt slinger.
Whatever that means.
Look it up.
No, I know what that means.
Okay, anyway. Okay, these are some funny questions, so let's see what your answers are.
All right, go for it.
Okay, what set of items could you buy that would make a cashier the most uncomfortable?
No, we already did that one.
Did we do that one?
We did that one. Yeah, we did.
No way.
I promise you we did.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So what about okay, like I asked you earlier, what would be the craziest animal to scale up to the size of a horse?
A dog. Imagine having a big old giant dog like Clifford the Big Red Dog, where you could just like ride him like a horse.
Okay.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
A Never-Ending Tale or The Never-Ending Story, whatever the hell that movie
Don't you ever get that name wrong. That's sacrilegious, bro. You can't do that.
Bite me.
What's the name of the luck dragon?
I forget, bro. I was like 5 years old when I watched that movie.
So then it should be ingrained.
No, it should not. I mean, I still remember the movie. As a matter of fact, you know what? They have it on YouTube for free.
His name was Falcor. Okay.
Anyway.
What are some of the nicknames you have for customers or coworkers?
Some of the names?
Yeah, nicknames.
No, let's.
I have one. I'm not gonna say who. I mean, you probably get it. We call him Suckington.
Let's just move on to the next question, please. No.
Oh God. Okay.
You're stupid.
Okay, let me see. Oh shit. Do you have anything?
Does it look like I have anything?
You can pull something up? No.
Okay, fine.
How do you feel about putting pineapple on a pizza?
Pineapple on a pizza? It's one of my favorite toppings.
Pineapple on a pizza?
Yeah. I usually remember I told you because I can't have pepperoni, so I have the
I don't need pepperonis either, but pineapple on a pizza? Like it's sweet?
Hold on. So I put the turkey pepperoni, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about. The one that we get from Target.
What? Halal meat?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That pepperoni.
Okay.
So anyway, I get that.
It's not pepperoni.
So I get just a cheese pizza, and then when it gets here, I just throw that on top, and then I add in some pineapple in it.
You messed it up when you put the pineapple on it.
No, I do not.
Okay.
That's a controversy I'm willing to fight for, sir.
Pineapple is sweet.
And?
I don't like when people put mango in a salsa. The hell is that about?
Bro, it's like putting fries in a freaking Frosty. What's that about?
Who does that?
People.
Why?
Have you not heard? It's a thing. People put fries in a Frosty. In a Wendy's Frosty. You grab the fry, and you dip it, and you eat it.
Isn't that what ketchup is for? Like, why would you put a fry in ice cream?
I was thinking you were gonna be like, "Oh, you put ketchup on."
No.
Anyway.
No. Okay.
Okay. What was I doing?
What's invisible but you wish people could see?
No, we asked that last time too. Come up with new stuff. You were like, the air is what you said last time.
I said, what about farts?
No, I don't want to see that. I don't.
I wish I could, so I could avoid it.
And I don't want to see it.
I would rather I can see it, so if someone does it, I can avoid it.
This ain't no cartoon, bro.
Well, hey.
What do you think? You're just gonna be seeing a big old cloud of green?
Possibly.
No.
They have it in pools when you pee.
Let's see.
Come on, man. You gotta have something.
Okay. Oh God, here's a good one.
Okay, what?
This is gonna take you back because it's gonna make you think.
Oh God.
What's your fondest memory of high school?
High school was a blur for me.
Come on, you have to have.
I went to two different.
Everyone always has at least two really good memories that are like ingrained in your mind for the rest of your life from high school.
No.
Get the heck out.
I swear.
Well, I think it's because I was in sports, so I had more people around me all the time and a lot more stories.
No. Actually,
there's a good story that I got for you.
Well, this is one thing. I tried out for the football team and I made it. But then I was kind of like ripped away from that school, and I was moved to Las Vegas, where I had to start all over again.
What was the air quotes? You moved or did you not?
Because I didn't want to. It wasn't something that it was like it was.
But you moved there, so what's up with the air quotes?
Because I moved like it's not relative. Like I didn't want to move, but I was still moved. Fuck you. I was still moved. Yes, I moved to Vegas. I did not want to.
That's not a fond memory, but
it's not a fond memory, but it's a memory. Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's one.
I don't have any really good memories of
Oh, I got plenty, bro.
Elaborate.
Not to say that I condone it in the slightest, but I mean, I ditched a lot of my freshman year.
That was junior high school for me.
No, that was high school for me. I ditched a lot of high school in my freshman year. Not gonna lie.
I had surgery on my appendix in high school.
Bro, did you have a screwed up childhood?
It was weird. It's weird.
You're weird.
I went to.
Now I see why you're weird.
I went to a lot of fucking. I went to like a lot of raves around that time in high school.
There were raves back then?
Yeah. House parties and stuff. Yeah, bro.
Okay, house parties. Yeah.
Well, the raves were in the warehouses and the house parties were in the houses.
That used to happen back then?
What do you do? Bro,
I
what do you think? I'm like
I thought
60?
that happened like once I was 18 and up.
No, bro.
I
was
know it happened for old people. You with your brick phone.
When you
like that picture?
I was like, I used one of those before. I'm like, damn, yeah. I was here when there was no internet.
I was here too for that. I was just here for the beginning of it though.
No, I didn't have anything.
I didn't have it for maybe like the first 5 years of my life, and then after that's when it bloomed.
I was here.
It was great.
Before cell phones.
I liked Macintosh.
Before there were like even smart computers like this. It was the big boxy computers.
Hey, remember the Apple computers?
Floppy disks.
Remember the Apple computers, the very first ones that came out?
Mm-hmm.
Not the first ones, but I mean like the first upgraded ones that came out with that like the plastic cover and then like the see-through that was whatever type of color. Remember? Big old desktops.
Yeah,
bro.
It was like a big TV, but they were like different colors. Yeah.
I remember
were they like Gateway?
No, those were the Anyway, I remember when those computers came out first, I was begging my mom for one, bro.
Yeah.
But let's see, a good memory for me. Oh, so many. Well, again, not that I condone it.
It's so bad when you made it with that.
So I actually I had a woodshop class, and so there was a kid. I was by the time that I had reached my senior year, I was already 6'1".
Congratulations!
Thank you. And
I had a full beard already.
What do you have?
Huh?
What do you have there?
Nothing.
I hear a rap. You don't offer me one? The hell's wrong with you? So anyway, there was this kid. He was probably. Thank you, sir. This is what happens when you catch a person red-handed. There was a kid, bro. He was maybe 5'3".
Okay.
He weighed maybe like 100 pounds.
What?
He was this very, very small kid. So anyway, I remember one of my boys was making what are those called? Remember how they used to make those boxes that you would put like a chest almost like you would put at the end of the bed, like at the bed of the
yeah.
So he ended up making one of those for his mom, right?
Okay.
So at this point, my boy was done with it, and he, I guess, had to take off like 2 days off of school or whatever. So the days that he was gone, I was just like, I'm gonna make use out of that chest somehow.
Okay.
I don't know what happened, bro, but with the small, scrawny little kid, something was going on between him and I. Okay, I blatantly didn't like the kid, okay?
Wow.
I was, I guess, a bully back then.
Any particular reason why?
I don't remember.
You're just an asshole.
He must have been, because...
No,
you. No, not... Well...
You're not
to each his own interpretation. So anyway... We had in this woodshop class, right? We had the first section of the classroom was the classroom, right, where all the chairs were, and obviously like the teacher's desk and whatnot. But then there was another section that was like a completely different, almost like the auditorium size place,
Okay.
where like all the wood shop tools would be the wood and all that stuff, right? So they were separated. So then I remember on this specific day, I ended up making sure that the teacher was in the other half of the classroom.
Okay.
And and I ended up going and I grabbed the kid like as like no one was looking, right?
Right.
Grabbed that kid and I ended up stuffing him in that chest, bro. And my boy had like a little hinge that would like lock, right? So I didn't lock it, but I like at least put the lock like in an unlocked position where you could just still stick it through the thing. And tell me why the last half hour of the class, everyone's supposed to be on the other side of the classroom where we're already starting to be like debriefed or whatever, right? And then all of a sudden the teacher goes, "Has anyone seen so and so?" And like everyone started looking at each other, and I'm just like looking over here like, please don't look at me.
Wow.
Guilty, You
got all over your face.
Yeah, man. And that was a very, very vivid memory that I still have to this day.
Can you imagine how traumatizing it was to that kid?
Bro, I remember when they were looking for him, I could hear him because I knew that he was in there, right? He was like pounding on it and let me out and all this stuff. And I was just like, dude, if this kid gets out and I'm still in class, he's gonna rat me out and I'm gonna get in huge trouble for this one. Yep. But you know how it goes.
Do you remember his name?
Of course. Do you want me to divulge that information? Because I'd rather not.
I mean, you can make an apology right now.
Nah, that's not necessary.
Hey,
look,
he's probably got a list. It's like checking them off, bro.
It's funny because because there was a group of my friends and I that we would pick on him constantly, right? I don't know how it happened, but towards the end of senior year, bro, he was one of our friends, like a really good friend of ours at the end. And then here's the kicker. Like I said, kid was like 5'3", weighed about 100 pounds, right? So I know that his family were Mormon.
Okay.
So by the time that we graduated the year after, I ended up hearing, "Hey, did you know that so and so ended up going over to the service?" I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Scrawny little guy, the kid that was like 100 pounds." Like, yeah, he ended up going into the service. Bro, he ended up going into the army.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Protecting and serving the country, trying to keep you safe.
Last I heard from him, he was like hopping around from strip club to strip club. So
was a bouncer?
No, just going to strip clubs, bro. Enjoying the scenery.
Oh, okay. Getting some wings.
Yeah, getting some wings.
There you go. That's where men go to strip clubs for the wings. Anyway. Yeah. All right. Well.
Anything else you want to add?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I had some like
no strip club stories, nothing.
No,
I was joking.
No, none at all.
You really went into thought for like 10 seconds. I was like, oh god. Please
no,
don't.
those I could write a book on my life.
I'd rather not hear your book because
well, it's not gonna be an audio book. You can just read it.
No, I don't want to read it either. Let's just be honest.
You know where I used to work.
Yeah.
I have a lot of stories, bro. That's pretty much. High school was a blur to me because it went by so fast. Like for me, high school was 25 years ago. There's people alive right now that are 25 right now. It's like, whoa, it's crazy.
Bro, how long has it been? I graduated in 06. It's been...
Graduated in 98.
15... Damn.
98, bro. 98.
It's been 17 years since I graduated.
It goes by quick, bro. I'm telling you. When you think about, I'm thinking about like I graduated 25 years ago, bro. 25 years ago.
Here I was making fun of you over the
You're
brick phone
old.
situation. But then again, I'm not that I'm not that far behind.
Who you 32? 30, no, 35, huh?
Bro, I'm turning 35.
I'll be 43 this year.
No, I'll be 35 this year.
It is what it is,
I'm
man.
sad now.
Don't be sad, man. Be proud of yourself that you made it this far and you're still going and you're doing what you want to do, man. You're blessed, brother. Remember that.
I need some like Oreos or something.
Some milk and cookies.
Milk and cookies.
Milk and cookies. All right, bro.
All right, guys. Well, hopefully, hopefully this is a good one for you guys. I know that the start was a little bit of a dark start, but you know,
it needed to be talked about.
It really did.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Well, with that said, hopefully you guys end up subscribing. Make sure that you like, comment,
hit that post notification bell
and
so you know
share.
when we drop a video.
Please share.
Share. And
all right, guys.
comment. Definitely comment. Yeah, let us know what's going on.
Feedback is always nice.
Definitely.
All right. Well, on to the next
See you
one.
on the next one, brother. All right. Yes, sir.
I got nothing. All right. Peace.